Do you support transformation?
Definitely, yes.
How does your appointment help us to transform the judicial?
So as I've already said, I'm in favor of transformation, but I cannot say how my appointment will help transformation.
You support transformation, therefore
Yes.
you can't be subjective. In supporting transformation, you ought to tell us now, how does appointing you help to transform the judicial, since you are a supporter of transformation?
No, so I don't know.
It doesn't help us, right?
No.
Appointing you doesn't help us to transform the judiciary, am I right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, CJ. My question is a follow-up to Commissioner Malema's one, particularly on this letter, which makes reference to the concept of ubuntu, because I was going to ask as to what is your understanding of that concept of ubuntu, and also how does that concept helps us to transform the judiciary in terms of its functioning and also the jurisprudence that comes out of the court. Thank you.
Commissioner, I don't know what is the concept of ubuntu.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to AfriPost. I believe wherever you're watching us from, you're doing great. Now, I've always said that Julius Malema is not somebody to just go and face with anything that you have in your mind, because first of all, Julius Malema is well informed. Julius Malema is well educated. He's somebody who has grasped global issues and African issues at the palm of his hands. So going to attack him or going to face him off on an issue that maybe you don't have a clear or a deep understanding about could really leave you disgusted at the end of the day. So I want us to listen to how this engagement went through, and then let's talk about it after the video. Kindly watch this video and then let's react to it.
How many staff members do you have in your office? Not in the group, your office.
In my staff, in my office, only one receptionist, and I use a typist. It's not permanently in my service. We, as a group, use the typist.
So how many are you in the office? You are three. It's you, the PA, and the typist.
Yes, the receptionist and the typist.
In your office?
Yes.
And then how many are black people?
The receptionist is a black woman.
Have you ever visited a township?
Yes.
Where?
When I was in Bophuthatswana, on many occasions we had to go into the townships.
Where? Which township?
Garankuwa, Winterveld.
Can you speak any
Mabopane?
Can you speak any indigenous language?
No.
Why?
I cannot give a reason for that.
I can't hear Chief
I
Justice.
cannot give you a reason why I cannot speak.
Yeah, have you ever seen any need to
African
learn
language.
indigenous languages?
Yes, I think it's a need to it will be a good thing to speak an African language.
But you still didn't see any need to learn it when you think it's a good thing to
No,
know.
I did not.
You didn't see any need to learn African language?
No, sir.
Do judges have a role to play when it comes to transformation?
Yes.
What role will you play to transform society as a judge?
Well, so maybe to give you an example, I've attached a letter or email to my application form where a black woman appeared in my court in an opposed matter, and she appeared in person. and I've guided her right through the proceedings. And at the end of the day, I ruled in her favor. She wrote a comment to the Judge President. Maybe if I can refer to that document. It was, the lady was Busizwe Maduna. She wrote that, Your Lordship, please allow me, and this is a letter that was, email that was addressed to the Judge President. Your Lordship, please allow me to extend my sincere gratitude to the High Court and in particular Judge J.J. Stradum for the assistance given in my legal case. This lady was not represented, as I said, she appeared in person. By way of introduction, I'm a layman in terms of the law, but still represented myself at the High Court recently. I'm a black female, and this was my first time defending myself in a court as a plaintiff. I certainly did not have the correct terminology or know-how of when to even sit or stand. However, the judge and his team guided me through. I was also grateful to some of the advocates showing me ubuntu and informing me of what to do and when through whispers and hand gestures. Judge J.J. Stradum was courteous on all accounts. And then she ended up by saying that I'm also grateful that Judge J.J. Stradum allowed me to represent myself as I could not afford to have counsel representation. This is the type of compassion that can make a significant contribution to making our society right, in at least understanding that we can have access to resources such as the courts with neither fear nor retribution due to a history of economic exclusion.
Commissioner Nyambi.
I'm covered, CJ.
Thank you. Prof. Commissioner Didiza.
Thank you very much, CJ, and good afternoon, Advocate. Yes, good afternoon. Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. On your questionnaire on 7,
the earlier response you gave to the question regarding whether you are aware of the concept ubuntu, did you say that you were not aware of that concept, or did I miss something?
Pardon?
Sorry? He did understand. Oh, okay. He didn't understand the concept. Yes, that's the question really I'm asking. I just wanted to confirm if indeed you said you did not understand the concept ubuntu.
Yes.
I'm just trying to understand your exposure to customary law, because it seems to be at the very core of the indigenous knowledge system, insofar as it's at the core of African customary law even. How did it escape you? Maybe I should ask a question differently. Your exposure to indigenous customary law, was it only in relation to these two matters that we have just talked about? Because it seemed to give me the impression that you've had exposure to African customary law.
That's correct, yes.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jay.
Now, after receiving that response, would you dare go and really face off with Julius Malema again? Because I think some people might be thinking that Julius Malema is crazy, or Julius Malema does not understand what he is really talking about. But over the years, Julius Malema has remained to be the only politician who has been consistent about what he's saying. From the days of his youth era, when he was a leader of the Youth League in ANC, to the days of his leadership of the EFF party, Julius Malema has remained consistent. Julius Malema has remained to be the firebrand representation of the opposition politics in South Africa. I would tell you that the official opposition party in South Africa is the DA party. But John Stephenson does not really appear to be known outside South Africa. And even I believe that some South Africans do not even buy to his ideologies, do not even understand his politics. But Julius Malema has really remained relevant on each and every day. Every current affairs, Julius Malema is always ready to comment about it. Every issue that is affecting Africa, Julius Malema is always ready to really talk about it. And that is why you find he is always receiving many people from outside Africa and is talking to them on different issues that are there. Malema has proven himself to be no-nonsense, and he does not entertain any sellout position that somebody can really be so indebted to the whites such that they cannot advance African ideologies as it should be. Malema is an embodiment of a real Pan-Africanist, somebody who is ready to really fight for Africans. That is why when he's talking about the extension of colonization by the colonizers, he is really right. Remember what is happening in Africa right now. There are many countries that are facing instability just because of the Western interference. So it is really important that everybody who is a leader in Africa understands the impact of Western interference in African affairs. Look at DRC Congo. The Eastern DRC is really facing a lot of challenges. There is that conflict in that region. And remember, DRC is one of the countries in Africa with many natural resources like minerals that are very important. I always like citing coltan. Coltan is an important component of mobile phone manufacturing. And therefore, if DRC Congo will not give you coltan, there is an aspect of mobile phones that will not be produced because of the lack of that mineral that is found in DRC. And this is why you find that most countries, even the UN peacekeeping missions, have resided and have taken years to be in DRC, but there is nothing totally that is being solved in that region. You are also remembering the issues of disease outbreaks like Ebola. Why is Ebola just coming out of DRC each and every time? It is because of the challenges that people are facing. I can tell you for sure that some of these challenges that they face, some of these conditions that we see, it is not just because of the fact that the country is not well developed, but it is because Western powers have really struggled to ensure that African countries that are endowed with many natural resources do not succeed and do not really be wherever they should be, as it were. So I don't know what you think about this comment that Julius Malema gave to this Nigerian High Commissioner. Kindly talk to us down in the comment section and tell us your opinion or your mind about the issue. Or do you really believe that colonization ended years ago and Africans should not be talking about it right now? Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and also share. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless you. Let's meet in the next video. Goodbye.